Hi, my name is Michelle Bourrier. I played Aura Singh in Episode 1, and you are listening to Radio Free Decipher.
Mark Tuttle with you once again. Welcome to Radio Free Decipher, and folks, this is the last Radio Free Decipher that you will hear before the 2000 DecipherCon coming up October 5th through October 8th. Now, I'll be the MC for the event, so you'll be hearing an awful lot of me at DecipherCon. We are going to pretty much start every day with a little bit of talk from the stage, getting you prepared mentally, maybe physically as well, for the events that will happen that day. Now, in the past couple of weeks, we've talked a lot about all the tournaments that are happening. Over 60 tournaments at DecipherCon 2000 down in Kissimmee, Florida this year. Everything from Star Wars, Star Trek, Young Jedi, Austin Powers, you name it, folks, we're going to have it for you. Also a special Tribble tournament we'll tell you about here in just a few moments. We've talked a lot about the new products that will be released. We've got the enhanced Star Trek CCG. We've got the Star Trek CCG Reflection set of 100 foil cards. Beautiful. If you're a fan of the Star Trek CCG, you're going to love these cards. For the Star Wars fans, Jabba's Palace Sealed Deck will be another new release. There's been a lot of talk about that, folks. This will give you your first chance to actually see the cards. We're also going to give you a chance to buy all these cards. They're not street legal yet, but you'll be able to buy them at the Decipher store at DecipherCon 2000. Now, we've talked a little bit in the last couple of weeks about our guest list as far as who's going to be down there. For you Star Wars fans, we got a couple of lovely guests for you. Shannon Baxter will return. She, of course, is Mara Jade. And also a new guest for us this year is Michelle Bourrier. I hope I pronounced that right. She played the bounty hunter Aura Singh. You might have seen her on the cover of some of the Star Wars fan magazines. Should be a great time, folks. Bring your cards, get those signed, and enjoy us for a good time with the guests at DecipherCon. Now, I mentioned a few moments ago about the Tribble tournament, and I said this was very special, and I think if you see what we're giving away for these tournaments, you're going to be sorry if you don't know how to play the Tribble side game. Now, you can do this two ways. You can pick up the box set at your local game store, or you can pick up some starter decks and some packs of our Star Trek CCG, the Trouble with Tribbles expansion, and build your Tribbles deck that way. But you definitely want to play in this tournament. It's a constructed deck tournament. First place gets a giant Sword of Kahless. Now, this is the special Klingon Batleth that was kind of a historical relic for the Klingon Empire. If you're not a Star Trek fan, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But the Trek fans out there know what it is. Even the Star Wars fans will look at that and think that is just so cool. So you're going to want to get your hands on that, folks. So you've got just a couple of days now to learn how to play the Tribble side game. The second, third, and fourth place prizes will get special engraved mechliths. Now, what a mechlith is, that's the one-handed Klingon sword that Worf used in Star Trek First Contact. Going to be a great tournament, fabulous trophies, probably some of the nicest trophies we have ever done from Decipher. Every year, we just outdo ourselves. So if you'd like to win that, you need to learn how to play the Tribble game right now. Now, last year at DecipherCon, at the awards dinner, there was a special announcement made by Warren Holland that said we had reached an agreement with some other companies to take our games into the digital age. We were going to give you the opportunity to be able to play your favorite games online with friends in another city, another state, perhaps even on the other side of the world. We have such a great international group of players playing all of the Decipher games. The new digital games will allow you to do that. And at DecipherCon 2000, a previously unreleased little bit of information here, folks, you will finally get a chance to see the digital deck, the first look at the online digital Star Trek CCG card game. Give you a chance to play your cards online. It's going to be very exciting, and we hope that you come by and see that this weekend at DecipherCon. Now, when you're doing a big tournament like this, and there's all kinds of things going on, and sometimes you just want a place to sit down, kick your feet back, enjoy yourself a little bit, you don't feel like playing, we've got you covered for that too as well. We've got a brand new DecipherCon movie room, and we're going to start that off early Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Here's just a sampling of some of the things that you'll see in the movie room. We're going to run a marathon of the original series movies, all the way from Star Trek the Motion Picture to Star Trek the Undiscovered Country. We're also going to run all of the Star Wars movies, the whole trilogy, including Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. We're going to have a Star Trek Next Generation movie marathon. We'll show the Star Trek fan film Free Enterprise. That's great if you've never seen that, folks. Also, Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery. We're going to show a Tribbles marathon, the Star Trek Saturday Night Live parodies, Spaceballs, Galaxy Quest, also some Star Wars fan film spoofs and oddities, including Hardware Wars. We'll have Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. And then on Sunday, we'll do some fan favorites for Star Trek, the original series, Next Generation, and Star Trek Deep Space Nine. So you can sit down and watch some great movies, maybe get caught up on some things you might have missed or maybe haven't seen in a while, and just like we said, rest up a little bit between your tournament games. We've got a lot going on for you at DecipherCon 2000, folks. Don't forget, you got to get those reservations made if you haven't done so yet. Spaces are filling up fast. Also, be sure and use the pre-registration form on the DecipherCon website to make sure you get signed up for those tournaments at DecipherCon 2000. So, I'll sign off here for now, folks. The next time I speak with you, we'll be on stage. It'll be Thursday morning. It'll be DecipherCon 2000. We'll turn things over now to Kyle and Evan. They're going to talk about, as they told me, some more stuff here on Radio Free Decipher.
Thanks for that, Mark. We're back now in Norfolk. Kyle and I coming at you again with more Radio Free. Hello. We also have with us today Kendrick Summers. How's it going?
Hey, everybody. How you guys doing?
Taking a moment away from crazed DecipherCon planning?
Yeah, just the spare moment I had today.
First, man, I got to tell you what, Evan. Mark is such a good DJ. You know he does that for a living. He makes us just look poor.
Yeah, we're amateurs here.
All right, but Mark, we're going to live up to the challenge, and we're going to, turn this into a career here. I can feel it. So, sorry, I digress.
Mark's telling us not to quit our day job. So tell us what you're looking forward to about DecipherCon, Kendrick.
Well, actually, this year's event is more multifaceted than last year. I'm excited about all of the extra things that we have to add for this year because we got some really good feedback from the community and from staff members and from everybody last year. And those of you who supplied it, you know who you are. Thanks for that. And I think you're going to see a more well-rounded event this year. Lots more to do. Hopefully more people. My understanding is that we're going to get a lot more in the European community there, which is exciting for me. I'd like to see some more international flavor at DecipherCon. So
most definitely.
I heard the Vikings are going to be invading.
Just the Polish, actually.
All right. So now you've been involved with a lot of the preparation for DecipherCon. Tell us exactly, a brief history of what you've been doing for DecipherCon this year.
Well, mainly trying to stick with a budget, looking at all the services that we're providing and trying to roll them into a package that is a good service for the community members that will be attending. Hopefully that's all of you who are listening. Keeping all of our, the projects that we have going on a relatively decent time frame. I know that a lot of you out there have been screaming for information for months now, and as is pretty standard for us, we get it up when we can. Well, the information onto the web, that is. And we're just trying to stay on a good time frame so that you all have the information you need to build the right decks and get yourself prepared for the events and so on and so forth.
Now, speaking of deck building, one key bit of information that was announced last week and has since been changed that we want to make sure everyone's aware of. We had originally announced that both Enhanced Premiere for Star Trek and Java's Palace sealed deck product would be legal in the World Championship. After going over some of the feedback from the community and evaluating a couple of other reasons that went into the original decision, we have decided to go the other direction.
What? Oh, just kidding.
Wait, wasn't your name attached to that on the website?
Yes. So it turns out that those products will not be legal in the World Championship.
That's correct.
Which actually should provide two advantages. You'll still get to have a more familiar play environment for those events, and at the same time, of course, we can showcase probably what those two products do best, which is sealed deck tournaments.
Absolutely. For those products at DecipherCon, it's really a win-win situation for the products themselves. If they're not legal in the World Championships, then they have an opportunity to shine on their own, and that's really what we were looking to do, was to make those products shine and have a positive effect on the tournament environment, and those were really our motives about that. There were some complaints on the lists and the message boards about sales incentives, and for us, what we want to do is the best thing possible, and for many of us, the best thing possible was to try and enhance the tournament environment. But as it turns out, the community has spoken, and we listened to that feedback and we respected it. And I think in the end, again, it's the best decision. So hopefully JPSD and EP will have their own fun during their sealed deck events and at the team events on Sunday. So make sure you get prepared for that.
I'm actually very interested in watching those tournaments because it's basically going to be a glimpse into the future of those card games.
Absolutely.
Because it's going to be the tournament environment that's going to be around for quite a while, or for a while after DecipherCon. So it's going to be really interesting to watch. So it's going to be good. All right, one other quick question for you. Who do you think's going to win the different tournaments, the World Championships? I asked this last week to Tom and Evan, both of them, so I got to ask you too. Who's going to win, man? Putting you on the spot.
Well, starting out with YJ, I think day one competition is going to be a little lighter than we had expected, although it won't keep it from being fierce. So it's really a crapshoot because you could get somebody coming in from day one that ends up just doing extremely well. So I can't really say that I have a favorite for YJ for the weekend.
Mm-hmm. You know what I think is a really good story from the YJ, the qualifiers who have already qualified for day two for the Young Jedi World Championships. We have a husband and wife team from Czechoslovakia.
Right.
One of them won the regional and the other one won the continental. So they're both coming to the World Championships for YJ. That's pretty fantastic. I think one of those two is going to win. That's my pick.
That would be very cool. And actually, Mr. Nepevny is an old friend of Decipher's. He was at the '96 World Championships, and Kyle, you may remember him. So it'll be nice to see him here in the States again. Welcome to the both of you.
Actually,
and good luck.
he's the first person to ever qualify for the World Championships in 2 different games.
That may be true. I'd have to check on that.
Yeah, that's worth a door prize.
Absolutely. Wow, very cool. Congratulations, Mr. Nepevny.
Yeah. So good luck on your trip, and be safe, and we'll see you in Orlando. So moving on to Wars and Trek. To tell you the truth, I am not in a position really to make a decision about who I think is gonna pull ahead. I think the tournament environments right now are in a place where lots of different decks could dominate, especially on that final day, which is a really good thing for the tournament environment. And so really, it's an open field. What I do know is that a lot of people are self-proclaimed champions, so we'll see if they live up to those titles.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. We got a lot of really top players from both Star Wars and Star Trek coming in. Man, it could be anybody's game.
I think we should keep an eye on the team tournaments too. Those are going to be pretty big events as well.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And there is that Nintendo and PlayStation room in the Lanai suites that we'll see some action, so don't forget about that.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin Reitzel has put together a really good. We're going to have a movie room at DecipherCon, so those waiting for a little while to, for their next event, they can go watch snippets of movies, or they can go into the video game room and play some video games or something. Have you had a chance to look at the listing of all the different movies that are going to be going on throughout the weekend?
I've seen a few of them on Kevin's desk, but I'm probably not aware of the depth of his research.
I'm telling you, the one I'm waiting for is Saturday night. Saturday late at night. I can't remember the exact time. That is the Star Wars spoofs, outtakes, and fan films. He's got some gems in there that you've maybe heard about, maybe not, but man, there's some crazy things in there.
Should be cool.
So. All right, Evan.
Yes. Oh, you're referring to that other video that might get shown, huh? We've been putting together something interesting in product development. Tim has taken it upon himself to put together a little insight into the design of the Trouble with Tribbles card set. We'll be showing that film one of the days of the show. I'm not sure when exactly, but we hope that you enjoy watching it as much fun as we've had making it.
I'm sure that after it's been shown, for the people that have missed it, they'll definitely hear about it and be like, "Oh man, I've got to see that." And
instant cult classic.
I can see it now. Cult classic, I can see it.
Yeah, and I'm a little worried about the respect-o-meter level after people see this film, whether it's going to plummet or maybe stay the same.
I think Chuck will be asked a lot of questions after that video. Chuck's going to get a lot of questions.
Yeah, definitely good game design.
All right, we've spoiled enough. You'll just have to come see it.
All right.
Thanks, guys, for having me. We'll see all of y'all down there next week.
Back to planning.
One last thing I wanted to mention to everybody before we go is that we still are taking questions on the website, and we will answer those questions. So if you have any questions for us on Radio Free, please send an email to radiofree@decipher.com, and we'll get those questions answered for you as quickly as possible.
Okay.
All right. Well, next week we're going to be reporting live from DecipherCon 2000 in Kissimmee, Florida. So
we'll see you there.
have a good one.